The 14th station. Jesus is laid in the tomb. The end has come. Hope has died along with Jesus. The tomb is empty, silent, dark, stony, and very cold. There is nothing more to say or do. It is finished. How must Jesus' closest followers felt that night? The emptiness of despair, which many of us have felt. The numbness that overwhelms our senses. The absence of feeling or desire. This is all too human. Our vulnerability, and yes, our own end, is impossible to deny. We are, after all, powerless over death. It is so tempting to go on with a yes, but, yet this would miss the point, an important point at that. We do not like the discomfort of that dark place in Jesus' life or in our own, yet we are invited to rest at this station of the cross. We are urged not to flee the pain and discomfort, but to dwell there for now. Can we dwell in that stony cold darkness? Can we face this ending even though we might feel it will destroy us? This too is part of the human journey after all. We cannot plan or control our future, though culture assures us we can. We must each face unexpected loss, devastation, fear, and eventually death. And so we are invited to rest at this tomb and to experience what it has to teach us. In an unimaginable turn, this tomb becomes a womb from which is birthed new life. Is this the way of the mystery of death? Out of darkness, new life? Just like in the beginning God created the earth out of a void, out of chaos. If we can bear it, perhaps our human agony of loss and despair can bring us to a new place. A place where a faint glimmer of light, life, and possibility can just be perceived. Surely God's steadfast love will hold us until we can gain strength and begin to breathe again. In that inspiring moment, we know that we can abide with Christ, even in the tomb. Love makes it possible, a love that will not fail us ever. Please pray with me for the last time. O Holy One, grant us the courage, the heart to rest here in this darkness and unknowing. Still the noisy voices of our fears. Strengthen our trust in your promise. Grant that in the places of darkness in our lives, we may also be ready to rest in stillness. And maybe then, as we breathe and listen and watch, we will begin to see with the eyes of our heart in the brilliant darkness of your abiding presence. Amen. This final drawing is entitled Tomb Time, and this is the artist's reflection. We experience this tomb looking in from outside. There is no opening any longer. Fully enclosed and entombed, embalmed, wrapped, and shrouded, this Jesus is laid to rest. This is the moment when all that is left is God. No us in the tomb, no Son of God alive in the tomb to do great acts. As the reflection above says, there is nothing more to say or do. But the thought that I cannot shake is the miracle of God. This is tomb time. This is waiting for God, all that is left. Endings and loss and devastation and change seem to bring with them the expectation of all the messages of society. No pain, no gain. Just do it. Be strong. Get it together. Let it go. All of this requires participation, action, or at the very least, observation. To me, the mystery and miracle of this moment or hours in time is that it does not require any such action on our part. Jesus' body lies prostrate, anointed and bound with the cloth of a shroud. Even Jesus, our beloved Christ, plays no role in this part of the story. There is no more praying, no more wrestling with his thoughts in the wilderness, no more healing, no more teaching. This is all God. At these times of our life, we can only look to God. When all is stripped away, we can only put our trust in our loving Creator to hold us, to comfort us, to give us time to acknowledge the death and our helplessness in it, to love us in this time of holding. All we can do is ask that we may come to a place where a seed of new life could be planted. We can ask that someday God may ready us for something new, that something could be created out of the nothingness.